Welcome, and thank you for watching the IB Recruitment Event Training video from Midlothian High School. The role that you will play in the recruitment of the IB class of 2018 is incredibly important. Before we begin, there's some facts I wanted to share with you about the IB internationally that you may or may not know. When was it founded? Well, it was founded in 1968. And it was actually founded by American diplomats because they wanted their children to have the same consistent, high-quality education no matter where they lived around the world. How long has IB been at Midlothian High School? We've had the IB Specialty Center program since 1999. One of over 3,600 IB schools across the globe that reside in 146 countries. The education that you are getting is truly an international education. IB's mission is an incredibly powerful statement, where IB states that it aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people. These challenging programs are going to have an international education mindset with rigorous assessment. And the programs also encourage students across the world to become active, compassionate, and lifelong learners. And all these attributes are things that you are getting in your education, and we hope to be able to provide for many of the 8th grade students that you will meet over the next few weeks. Your role at the Specialty Center Fair and the Open House are very important. You'll be representing the IB program and Midlothian High School. And that's something we want you to keep in mind because everything that you do and say will be watched by those that are coming and visiting. You're a peer for these 8th grade students, and the opportunity for them to be able to speak with you is one of the greatest selling points for the IB program. You and I can say the exact same message, but when it's coming from you, a current student, that can mean more. You're a resource. Whether you're in 9th grade or 12th grade, you have numerous experiences that you can share with these students. And so those are the ideas and the stories that they're going to want to hear about your experiences here at Midlothian. We do want you to sell the IB program. We'll go over in just a minute about some of the points to highlight, but your specialty center is benefited by having a strong class of incoming 8th grade students. And lastly, we want you to feel free to be honest, but also remain positive. So as you're speaking about the teachers, the workload, the program, keep that in mind, that everything that you say is going to be taken into account by these 8th grade students. We want that message to be a positive one. Some very common general questions that you may hear are, what classes do you take throughout high school? Or what is the difference between IB and AP courses? As far as what classes that a student takes, that can vary from student to student. We would encourage them to pick up the folder with the orientation information, which contains a course of study for each student. As far as what the difference is between IB and AP courses are part of the IB curriculum, where classes are interwoven together, where there is a theory of knowledge course, an extended essay experience, and a CAS program that are all designed to help students grow both personally and as a learner. While AP courses can be valuable courses, they are individual courses, and they are not part of an interwoven curriculum such as the IB program. Lastly, a very common question will be, what makes the IB program special? IB can make you a well-rounded learner. While you may have a leaning towards math or science or towards English or fine arts, being in the IB program forces you to take those challenging and rigorous courses across the board. You might not have challenged yourself had you not been in a program like the IB program. The IB program prepares you for college. One of the most consistent feedback that we hear from our IB graduates is that they felt very prepared for their collegiate experience. They have many peers that may not have had their same IB experience, and they can definitely see the difference. And IB is more than just about getting you credit once you get to college. While yes, you can earn college credit based on your IB exams, it's that preparation and that focus that we have during the 11th and 12th grade years that really help to set the IB program apart. It is important to note that you don't have to be an A-plus student or a genius in every subject to do well in IB. You do need to be hardworking and motivated and have the discipline to do what's required, but IB is designed to be able to take people with different strengths across the board and to incorporate them in an academic program. Some other selling points of the IB program are that students take college-level classes in all of their academic subjects, and not just in one particular discipline. That's one of the benefits to an IB education, is that it is truly a well-rounded experience. We have exciting IB electives like IB Psychology, IB Visual Arts, IB Music, and IB Computer Science to offer to our IB students. Those students take a Theory of Knowledge course, write an extended essay in a topic that they're passionate about, and complete CAS activities in order to help those students grow both as a learner and also as a person. If you aren't comfortable speaking about the Theory of Knowledge class or the extended essay process, feel free to ask an 11th or 12th grade IB student to help you out. Lastly, it's important to note that IB students are involved in activities outside of school and that they still have fun. There's that mentality or reputation that IB students only study and that it's so hard. It's important to emphasize that while yes, you are in a demanding curriculum, IB students still do have social lives, and there are some common questions that you are going to be asked that I would suggest thinking about before the Specialty Center Fair or the open house. Questions like, what are the teachers like? What are the classes like? How much homework do you have? And what are you involved in outside the classroom? Those are all questions that these 8th grade students are interested in, and they want to hear from you. Most importantly, the question I would encourage you to think about is, why did you decide to do IB? That's an answer that's going to be unique for every student, but that's something that these 8th grade students are definitely going to want to hear. If you find yourself in a position where you're speaking with an 8th grader and the conversation comes to a lull, that would be a great story to share. There are 2 Specialty Center fairs that the county puts on in order to give information to prospective students about the different specialty centers. On Tuesday, October 1st at Thomasdale High School will be the first one of those. Wednesday, October 2nd at Clover Hill High School is the second, and that is the one where we find we have a larger attendance of prospective students. We are asking that students that are volunteering arrive at 6 o'clock for the event. While the event does not begin for a little bit after that, we find that 8th grade students and their parents are very excited and eager to hear about the specialty centers, and they often arrive early. Our biggest event of the recruitment season is the IB Open House, held in Midlothian High School. This will be Thursday, October 10th, and we're asking that current IB students arrive at 6 o'clock. You'll hear more information about this programming as the date approaches, but we absolutely need your help to make it a success. And remember, for all of these events, please dress professionally and be positive. You might be wondering, why is there a Coca-Cola logo on the last slide of this presentation? Well, if you think about the commercials you've seen for soda, you may have seen different soda companies that have been speaking bad about or making fun of Coca-Cola. But you've never seen a Coke commercial where it spoke badly about a different company. And that's because they don't need to. A positive message sells much better than a negative one. We want students to choose the IB program because they feel it's the best for them. When you're at the Specialty Center fairs, you're going to see a variety of different specialty programs from across the county. Don't worry about those programs. We want to sell our own program. We've got a wonderful group of IB students, strong teachers, and an amazing program here at Midlothian High School. That is what we should be selling. Thank you very much for giving your time to listen to this presentation, and also thank you for volunteering for our recruitment events.